seat into a 2013 Force RX. And we're going to wave at people as they drive by wondering what the heck we're doing. So anyway, I pull up to the lift seat kind of at an angle. If you're pretty limited on triceps, you know, you may need some assistance throughout this process, but typically we found that this can be done for most people, you know, with some triceps on their own. And those that don't have any triceps, usually one person assisting them is plenty. So I make my little scoot over to the lift seat, and then I grab the controls, and down I go. It's a slow process, but it's designed to lift someone that weighs 450 pounds, so it's got pretty decent gearing. Down here pretty close. I'll reposition my feet, kind of move my wheelchair a little bit further out of the way. There we go. And I'll start putting my foot through the bike. I'll do this a couple times, once on my own and once with assistance, and then I might even do it a time just to show you how I transfer into it without the seat lift. Okay, set the controls down there. Pull my leg through. It's got this flap here, so you can kind of slide across that flap if you need to slide. If you can actually, you know, make a transfer, then that works too. But I even slide a little bit when I've got this, just to make it a little bit easier. Okay. Once I'm in here, I usually get my legs kind of positioned where I need them to make my slide. Now I don't have bike shorts on, so I'm not going to slide near as easy as when I have bike shorts on, but typically I can slide right on down into position. I've also got a little bit of a screwy cushion set up. I don't ride without a roho very often, so I've got the roho on there. If I can get this camera aimed a little better. We've got the roho on there, which is kind of in a weird position. It's going to mess with me a little bit, but for the most part. Okay, kind of get slid down in there like that. And then the trick is getting the legs into the footrest. Now I like either longer footrest or curved leg support, and on this particular bike I've opted for the curved leg support. They're a little heavier than a longer footrest, but by the time you add a second strap, it's kind of a trade-off. I'm kind of a spazzy individual, so I'll have to deal with these spasms a little bit. But I grab a hold of the crank arm right there. Hope you can see that okay. And then I kind of pull the forks this way as I reach up and throw my foot in there. You know, even with weak triceps, you generally got good biceps. And so if you can at least make it to the seat, you could probably get yourself positioned, you know, and ride without too much assistance. There's the other one. So that's how I do that. And then I like the click straps, although the ones that Top End switched to a year ago were junk. That's what I've got on here now. They're very hard to release. But the newer ones are the bomb. They actually work a lot like the old ones. Now, I put this on here. This is for two reasons. This is just below my crotch, and it's on the upper thigh, and it controls my legs. So, you know, with spasms and hitting bumps and stuff, it's very unlikely that I'm going to lose my legs, even if I don't have my foot straps on. And the other thing it does is it just keeps my legs in alignment, so that when I'm turning, the curved leg support picks up on the back of my leg, keeps things in order, and it also keeps my legs from getting, you know, winged out. And then, of course, you've got the seat strap. Now, the seat strap is kind of difficult. I really need to sew some loops on there. You'd think, being quadgrips.com, that I would have already done that. But I tend to work on everybody else's stuff and not my own. In fact, I just got this bike put back together a couple of nights ago because I was running an older set of handles. I had a set of quad grips from 2011 on here because it was all I had. I gave my set of quad grips to a friend of mine and customer, Cassie Mitchell. She's a female H1 world record holder. And she had a custom set of grips, but she was having to take her hand out to shift, and she wanted to go to shifting on the fly. So she's trying out the SRAM 10-speed double tap quad grip shifters. Okay, so that's the transfer in and getting all buckled in. Now I'll get out of here and I'll do an assisted transfer in, more like what we do with the clients that we get through Wheelchair Sports. You know, that haven't ridden a hand cycle before, or maybe have zero triceps, need a lot of assistance getting in. Generally, my wonderful wife Tammy can assist one of them in the bike on her own without too much assistance from anyone else. And this is that crazy release that I don't like, but I can manage to do it. That was actually one of the easier times. Okay. Now, amidst some spasms, getting out of this thing, it's a matter of trying not to lose your shoe. I like the cap, I like the straps on the footrest to be on the back of my shoe rather than on the back of my leg. That makes it a little easier to get your foot out, and it also helps when you're trying to, or when you're out riding and you don't want your back of your calf to get all roughed up. Okay, guess my camera's in about the right spot here. Can't really tell. I'm not very good with this GoPro, so bear with me. Pull my feet around, get my straps all tucked around, and then start my scoot back over onto the seat lift. It'd be nice if the seat lift had a little padding, but it don't. You could probably put some on it. I can tell you this, if you're in bike shorts, you're going to want to throw a little something on it, like Dyson, or maybe some jean material. Anything, because it's really slick. My jeans, it's not too bad. Now what I got to do is find that control here. Alright. And start my trip back up in the air. It's pretty slow, but pretty effective. That's my wife over there. I think the camera can see her. We may cut a little bit of this out. It's kind of slow. Okay, that's all the way up. Get my legs kind of in position and get my chair a little closer over here where it makes the transfer just a little bit easier, a little bit probably safer. And then I pop my butt back over here. And that's that. So now we'll start over.